The one thing about the original Alien movies was that you could easily take an ending wherever you felt your story ended. Ellen Ripley destroys the creature and the day is saved. Well, it was, but that's a different video for a different day. In Aliens, we kill the queen and venture off back to Earth with Newt, Hicks, and around half a Bishop. While Alien 3 ends with the brutal realization that life is pain and Ripley was never meant to get out of these blues alive. But for the sake of money and to, of course, snuff out the blowback of Alien 3's nihilistic tone, we got the strange, awkward, fourth and final entry into the Ripley saga. Enter Alien Resurrection. And this is how you fail a franchise.
Nice hearing from you, Carlos.
The genre switch, for better or worse, was what kept the Alien series fresh, far from the treading water sequels you'd normally get. To start, we got a horror story with space truckers stuck in a confined area with a monster. Then an action extravaganza filtered through the life of war via Vietnam, to a soulful drama about death, one's own mortality, and the hope for redemption. One of the most glaring issues with Alien Resurrection is its bizarre visual style and uneven tone. Director Jean-Pierre Jeunis was an interesting choice that seemed like Fox made a clear path to avoid a mainstream approach. Also, I don't speak French, so that pronunciation is the best we're gonna get here. If you haven't seen The City of Lost Children, do. It's a brilliant, dark French fantasy flick that feels like if Terry Gilliam had a baby with Alex Proyas. It's awesome stuff. We get a young Ron Perlman as a strong man, see it. But could something as strange and dreamlike be a good fit for the Alien series? Well, no. No, it's not a goddamn chance. Jeunis's background is baked in with quirky, surreal elements, and it is something that significantly influences the movie's aesthetic. Unlike Ridley Scott's moody, atmospheric approach in Alien, or even James Cameron's high-octane, gritty feel in Aliens, Jeunis's direction imbues, I like that word, Resurrection with an eccentric, almost whimsical tone. His European humor and over-the-top staging adds a goofy vibe that's a far cry from the usual feel of the series. Jeunis's direction results in a flick that feels disjointed and lacking in focus. We have a style that, while unique, and I will give it that, often feels at odds with the story being told. And not to mention all of the baguette Easter eggs. Just baguette after baguette after baguette. We get it, it's a delicious bread. The first 3 Alien stories balanced sci-fi, horror, and action, creating a beautifully intense, suspenseful atmosphere. I mean, you could dig the horror-centric elements of Alien and still feel at home with the Queen action scene from its sequel. But Resurrection injects a surreal comedic element that clashes with the established tone. This should feel like another chapter with a focused and unique vision, but instead, we're left with the vague notion that quippy Joss Whedon just doesn't quite get what made things work before. This tonal shift dilutes that sense of dread, replacing it with moments that feel just out of place. Moments that diminish the impact of what's supposed to be a real shit day for all on the military vessel. There are just so many odd moments. And of course, all emphasized by a wide-angle lens.
Before we continue with our video, here's a reminder to click the Store tab on any of our Joe Blow channels and browse our collection of the latest and freshest designs in our merch store. Go get you some.
And nothing stings more than wasting great actors. And more on that in a second. Resurrection just tries to bring more than a few laughs, always at the worst time, killing the vibe that has been respectfully understood. AVP non-canon, crap aside, of course. So let's take Dr. Wren and General Perez, played by the great J.E. Freeman, and Gomez Adams' trusted lawyer, Dan Hedaya. This entire scene feels more like something out of a campy sci-fi flick, completely undercutting the real threat. I mean, it's here we establish the clone's strength and the homegrown queen. Yet the dialogue and delivery is just so damn lame.
Stupid me. Of course, an unexpected benefit.
That won't happen.
We won't tell her. We won't tell her.
This whole movie is forced with jokes and quips just to show how cool everyone is, which never really works.
Fork. Fuck.
Instead, it makes the intense situation of the characters feel way less serious. Sigourney Weaver is the closest thing to a saving grace, playing essentially a different character, a more emotionally detached personality, but it's still not the Ripley of old. Listen, she does what she can, but Ripley Yates just doesn't resonate in the same way. If you hated the ending of Alien 3, you could just take Aliens as your swan song. Nobody wanted some boring, robotic-esque version of a character we all loved. And listen, I love Winona Ryder. I mean, my childhood was in the late 80s and 90s. But her acting style does not work here.
We burn too much energy. I can't make critical mass. I can't blow it. They've taken it out of you. Where is it?
She just comes off wooden and goofy. The android twist was dumb then and still is now, and nothing with her works. Even Ron Perlman's genre feels off. Mean, but almost comically grumpy and at odds with his entire crew. Brad Dourif and Michael Wincott are fine, but, they're underutilized and killed off early, so awesome. Great decision, guys. Well played. Raymond Cruz is kind of fun and gives the right amount of what the f***, but, like most other people, isn't given much to do. The actors are often caught between these tonal shifts, leading to performances that just feel out of sync. I mean, this scene should work. Ripley Yates breaking free of her man-made predicaments, seeing the monsters created from her, right? Okay, this is awesome. Let's go. But, no. Let's hit some jokes.
Must be a chick thing.
I made a funny.
Must be a chick thing. Must be a chick thing.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn!
Joss Whedon deserves some of the blame as his quick-wit writing was always wrong for the series. And sure, even with some dumb studio rewrites that weren't his fault, the style is his to own and one that doesn't belong alongside the Xenomorph. Is Resurrection a good sequel? No, man.
Shit, no, man. I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
But we've gotten so safe and risk-averse that I'd rather have a bunch of these weird, dumb sequels to any of the reheated trash today. Ironically, the wild swings of major franchise sequels are pretty much a thing of the past. And yes, Ridley Scott did his prequels. And with that kind of power behind him, you could argue they still happen. But no. Nobody's giving a fourth sequel to an art house guy. But I do miss the off chance that we could strike gold with a sequel meant to fail. I'm not looking for more movies like Resurrection. No, Resurrection is a failure. It was a bad sequel and a bad idea tied to a universe that we all love. It wasn't a right fit, and I have no interest in movie execs trying to square the circle, but I do miss when we had creative misses. In the end, even 90s garbage is looking quite nice now. I've said it once before and it's worth repeating. I'd rather you strive and fail with eccentricity than succeed with mediocrity.
Seems like the world is moving on. Didn't stop to look around. Didn't give a shit if you're crashing down. You can close your eyes but not your skin. Don't believe what you refuse to see. Won't find a way in. Well, I can't ignore a certain fate. The result of people find